Hey there balance movers, and welcome to another video. I'm on a roll today, so I thought I would bring you another one straight away. So this little workout is working purely on legs and glutes. It's for those of you who are a little short on time and need to squeeze in a little Pilates workout in between a couple of chores or into your just mad hectic schedule. So this one is for legs and glutes. If you want another routine for abdominals or upper back and shoulders, then please see my videos for that. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to start sitting towards the front end of your mat, nice and tall onto those sit bones, reaching those arms nice and long and forward, abs drawn in. Just a nice little pelvic tilt to start us off. So take a deep breath in and exhale, gently roll through the pelvis, coming onto the fleshy part of the bum cheeks, scooping through the abdominals, and gently release all the way up to those sit bones. And we exhale, roll in through, scooping into the abdominals, and inhale all the way up. 4 more. So really finding nice tall length into the spine, scooping into that nice strong abdominal tilt. Lovely. Keep those shoulders back and down. And inhale up, last one. Inhale. Okay, now we have a couple of choices. For those of you a little bit worried about spine and density of your bones and spine, so in other words osteopenia, osteoporosis, please go ahead and lie down safely onto the floor. Those of you who are comfortable to do a nice little roll through, we are going to sit beautiful and tall, draw the abdominals in, tilt through the pelvis, and come all the way down to the mat. Okay. Right, let's start working straight away into those glutes. So we've warmed up those abdominals, really getting the muscles around the pelvis starting to switch on. So we're going to tuck the feet a little bit closer into the glutes, resting nice and comfortably into your back. So shoulders nice and square, ribs nice and square, abdominals nice and braced, abs braced, glutes nice and square onto the mat. Okay, so palms of the hands facing to the ceiling, relax through the shoulders. We're going to do a modified bridge, just so that it's all safe for everyone and really working into those glutes. So we start by tilting into the pelvis. So squeezing through the glutes, pressing the lower back into the floor and switching on those abdominals. So squeezing through the glutes a little bit more. We're going to come to a little hover off the mat. Press down at your heels, squeezing through the bottom cheeks, a little bit of a gap, so you're kind of onto about the middle of your back, not right up to the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to pause here, really squeezing through those glutes, protect the back of your legs. Okay, so to work through the bum cheeks, we are going to lift both heels up, keep the toes on the mat, and lower the heels. And lift the heels and lower, all the while keeping nice and still through the pelvis, so there's no rocking side to side, staying nice and level, nice and still through the pelvis. Let's do 2 more. Lift the heels and release, last lift, and release. Nice flat feet, gently lower the pelvis back into the mat. Okay, deep breath in and out. Tilting through the pelvis again, squeezing through the glutes, we're coming back into that hover, holding everything nice and still. So the abs are drawn in across the front, the legs are nice and long, the shoulders lovely and relaxed with the palms of the hands facing up to the ceiling. Okay, now without swishing through the pelvis, so in other words without tilting side to side, we're going to lift one heel up and lower. Switch sides. Lift and lower. So, seems like it should be easier, but it's really easy to tilt your pelvis side to side. And I want you to hold nice and still with the glute muscles, the bum muscles, keeping that pelvis lovely and still. Abs are braced from the front. We're no more than mid-back at the back. And we're just alternating the heel lift side to side. We've got 2 more each side. And lower, lift. Lower, last one each side, lift, lower, nice flat feet, and we lower the glutes to the floor again. Take a deep breath in. We're going to take this 1 level higher. Okay, tilt into that pelvis, squeeze through the bottom cheeks and come back into your hover. Holding with the bottom cheeks, using your feet for support. Relax through those shoulders. Okay, again, keeping the pelvis nice and still. We're going to raise one leg up to tabletop position and lower, keeping the pelvis nice and still. Let's switch side to side. We have got another 3 more each side. Lift and lower. You can just pop a finger or anything that you like. So just 1 or 2 fingers, just gently on those hip bones, Just making sure that you are not rocking side to side. Keep working through those glutes. Just one more each side. And final one right. Final one left. And nice flat feet. Gently lower the bum cheeks and draw those legs in towards the chest. Lovely. So really kicking off with a nice big glute workout. Okay, let's go into those inner thighs. We're going to do our frog legs. So turning the knees out to the sides, heels stay nice and glued together, toes are turned out to the side. We're going to keep the legs in this position. So starting with the legs nice and wide, abs drawn in, relax through the head, neck and shoulders. We're going to lengthen out the legs, press your heels together, squeeze those inner thighs. Inhale, draw in. Exhale, press the heels, squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, draw in. Draw the abs in, squeeze the legs. And inhale in. Final 3. And in. And final 1. And gently draw in and give those legs a nice hug. Flex and point your toes. Okay, right, let's go onto our side. So rolling over onto one side, just setting your body up. So knees are hitched up. We are going to lengthen through our body. So just so that I can see you, I'm going to keep my head lifted up. You can always rest your head down on your arm if that's more comfortable. Okay, so the legs are going to be nicely hitched up. The knees, should I say. So the knees are going to be stacked one on top of the other, which means the hip bones are stacked. Keeping your feet fairly far forward, so a nice little soft breathing room at the back of the knee. Ankles stay together. Draw the abdominals in, keep this hip bone lengthened away from your shoulder, so don't let it slouch in. Keep that hip bone nicely rolled away from the shoulder. Okay, so hands lightly on the floor, abs are in. We're going to exhale, open up that top knee, keep this hip bone still. Inhale, lower. So we're drawing from the bum cheek to open up that top knee, and inhale, lower. So exhale, draw right down the side of that leg into the bottom cheek. Inhale, lower. 4 more. Inhale. Sorry, that was an exhale on the left. So exhale. I'm confusing you. You know I always do that. Inhale, 1 more. And gently, gently, gently release. Okay, right, another set. We're going to take the heels off the floor, and we're going to do exactly the same movement. So lifting and opening the knee, but keeping the heels and the feet nice and still in space. Draw that hip bone away from your shoulder, draw the abs in, and we exhale, open the knee, and inhale, release. Exhale, open the knee, inhale, release. Feeling a little bit more on the underneath glute now. Inhale, release. 3 more. Draw those abs in. So with every breath out, really draw those abs in nice and tight, aiming to keep the hip bones and the feet nice and still. Final 1. And inhale, gently release. Okay, we have got some nice long leg movements to do next. Alright, so we're going to start by lengthening that top leg away from the bottom leg, nice and long, so we lovely and lengthen down the side of that body, keeping the hips nicely stacked. Okay, so from here, working through that underneath side of the underneath leg, inner thigh, we're going to bring that leg up and lower. Bring the leg up and lower. So really lifting from inner thigh and lower. Keep the abdominals drawn in. We've got 4 more. And 3 more. And last 2. And 1. And gently lower. Okay, so that was inner thigh on the bottom leg. Now we're going to work the outer thigh a little bit more on this top leg. So top leg comes up again. We've done this one in class. Draw the abs in. So we're going to inhale to kick forward. Exhale, come back. We lift the leg up and lower. Forward and back. Lift up and lower. You can have your balance challenge. And back and lift and lower. 3 more. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Draw the abs in and lower and lift and down. Abs in. This is final forward. Final up and lower and rest. Draw those knees in. Little breather. Okay, right, gently switch yourself around to the other side. So just roll over onto your other side and we will start with those clams. So drawing those knees, hitching them up right, almost in front of the hip bones. Feet forward, little gap softness around the back of the knee. Feet stay together. You can either lengthen your head down, right down on your arm, or lift up, whatever works. But this hip bone is going to lengthen away. So we don't want the hip bone to slouch into the side of your waist. Lengthen that hip bone away. Drawing the abs in nice and tight. Relax through the shoulders. And we're going to exhale, open the knee. Inhale, close. Exhale, open the knee. Inhale, close. So really working into the side of that glute. And close. Draw the abdominals in. Keep lengthening this hip bone away from your shoulder. Keep it nice and still. And we have got one more. And release. Okay, feet up off the floor. Again, lengthen through that hip. Draw the abdominals in. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Try to keep those feet as still as you can. I'm wobbling every which way. This is really hard work. You can really feel that underneath glute working nice and hard, as well as the top one. Yes, is already tired. Exhale, draw those abs in, focus on your breathing, focusing on that nice stillness in the body. Maybe a little bit of a shake, but don't focus on that, just breathe. Last two. And last one. And close and release. Okay, let's take those legs nice and long. So, beautiful long body, feet nicely stacked one on top of the other, which means that the hip bones are nicely stacked. We're going to have that spare hand on the floor for some support. Top leg comes up and we're going to lift and lower the bottom leg. So find your balance, draw the abdominals in, give your bum a good squeeze, and lift and release, and lift and release. Lovely, keeping that top leg as still as you can, body as still as you can. Superb. You can always add your balance challenge if you want. So you can take the spare hand off the floor. I'm not going to do that because I am going to roll away. Draw those abs in. Work that inner thigh on the underneath leg. Lovely. And last two. And gently release. Okay. Right, so we're going to work now into that outer thigh and the top. So lengthening that hip bone away, draw the abdominals in, squeezing through the glutes. We are going to start with our spare hand on the floor, top leg raises. And we're going to inhale to kick forward, exhale back up to the ceiling, and lower, and forwards, back, lift up, and lower, and forwards, back, lift up, lower, forwards, and back, lift up, and low. If you want your balance challenge, so maybe your kick's not quite so far forward, so keeping it nice and still with the body. Oh, that was a little rubbish one. Draw those abs in and lift, and final one, abs in and lift and lower, and draw those knees in. Have a little hug. Okay, let's roll onto our backs and cross an ankle onto the other knee, stretching off those glutes straight away. Breathing in, breathing out. Okay, let's swap sides. Lovely, take a deep breath in and out. One more. One more for luck. Just lengthen all those through those muscles. Nice big stretch. And gently release. A little hug of the knees. Flex and point your toes. Lovely. And gently release those legs. Rolling onto your side, pressing your body away from the floor. Well done, everyone. So that was a really short, sharp workout for those legs and glutes. And I'll see you back on the mat again soon.